The first major engagement of what would become known as the Thrawn campaign, the Battle of Sluis, was the culmination of a complex stratagem orchestrated by Grand Admiral Thrawn, intended to both cripple the New Republic Navy and bolster the size of the Imperial fleet simultaneously. Thrawn laid the groundwork for his assault by ordering hit and fade attacks on the Bafash and Drakai's systems. Though Thrawn had no intention of conquering these worlds, he knew that his raids would lead to the ships garrisoning those systems being moved to the Sluis shipyards for repairs. The raids also raised the New Republic's state of alert drastically, inspiring them to assign starfighter squadrons to defend important shipping lanes in case of Imperial attack. Being in its infancy at the time, the New Republic was not always well supplied with cargo vessels, and ships lost during the raids left them with an even greater shortage of freighters, forcing them to adapt warships such as MC-80 Mon Calamari cruisers to haul goods. In addition to his attacks on Bafash and Drakai's, Thrawn also ordered a raid on Nomad City, a mobile mining facility owned by Lando Calrissian. Much like his other raids, this attack was not intended to seize the city, but rather to capture a large number of plasma jet mole miners, advanced mining probes used for drilling in the vacuum of space. Though this theft of seemingly innocuous equipment baffled the New Republic at the time, its purpose would become all too clear when Thrawn's strategy reached its conclusion. The battle finally began when Thrawn dispatched Cloak Squadron, a wing of TIE fighters concealed within the cargo hold of an A-class bulk freighter, the Nartisto. Advanced Imperial stealth composites concealed the TIE fighters from New Republic scanners, making the Nartisto appear to be an unassuming civilian cargo ship. Though this ruse succeeded in fooling the flight controllers at Sluis Van Central, Commander Wedge Antilles, who was near the shipyards at the time, was suspicious of the approaching freighter and ordered Rogue Squadron to investigate. As the X-Wings approached the Nartisto, the ship exploded, revealing not only the 40 TIE fighters, but also the 51 captured mole miners. In perfect coordination with the destruction of the Nartisto, Thrawn's primary force of 39 capital warships and 30 TIE squadrons dropped out of hyperspace and began to assault the perimeter of the shipyards. They fought to pin down the New Republic's defenses and hamper their ability to respond, while the captured mole miner probes drilled into the hull plating of the countless warships left moored at Sluis Van shipyards following the raids on Bafash and Drakai's. Each of the miner probes had been loaded with 5 space troopers, more than sufficient to eliminate the maintenance crews and seize control of the ships. With the Sluis Van Defense Force caught up in battle with Thrawn's primary fleet of Star Destroyers, the improvised boarding craft were able to seize all of the New Republic warships docked at the shipyard. With their own fleet slowly leaving the system under the control of Imperial boarding teams, the New Republic had no way of reclaiming their lost ships. Left with no other alternative, the New Republic leadership was forced to use Lando Calrissian's command codes to reactivate the mole miners, propelling them further through the ships they had boarded until they penetrated them completely, venting their atmospheres and crippling the vessels. This enormous damage, coupled with secondary explosions from several of the mole miners and one self-destructive space trooper, obliterated a massive portion of the New Republic Navy. Though Thrawn had been unable to abscond with the captured fleet, he had forced the enemy to order its destruction, robbing his New Republic adversaries of countless warships and leaving them at his mercy for the remainder of his campaign.
Hello everybody, thank you for watching the first part of our Thrawn Week collaboration. You'll be able to find part 2 over on the fantastic Star Wars Explained tomorrow, October 4th. For a full event timetable, be sure to check out the Spacedock social media pages and stay tuned for what's coming the rest of this week.